They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep on having fun.
I'm an entertainer. I entertain people no matter what time of day, you know, whether you like it or not.
What's your prediction on what's gonna happen with the Diddy situation?
What else haven't we seen?
It's a whole nation. You're gonna hear about my parties. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things.
I'm sorry, I'm just like really, I'm in this moment right now. This is crazy. Sorry. People don't really know how much what it does to you when something that you love is taken from you and thrown away like it don't even matter, and then they move on with their lives and you're stuck. You're stuck during those years. You're still stuck 21 years.
Before we begin, viewer discretion is advised. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. What you're about to hear was not supposed to exist. It wasn't leaked by a hacker. It wasn't found in a raid. It was forwarded accidentally by an intern on Taylor Swift's Eras tour team to the wrong federal contact.
Are you surprised by the evidence that's already coming out in the criminal trial?
No, I'm not surprised. I experienced some of those things. Witnessed violence.
You know, there's a short life in
Why do you think that is with the creative side?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take. You're going through so much to try and deal with life.
And now it's part of the case against Sean Diddy Combs. The courtroom was dead silent when the email chain hit the screen, not because of what it said, but because of who it included. It started as a logistics memo. Subject line: VIP review, Nashville plus Tampa.
Dishonest, violent, horrible. A promiscuous swinger who lied to and cheated on multiple partners. Incredibly, that's how Sean Diddy Combs' own lawyers described the billionaire music mogul, currently facing serious trafficking charges in a New York court.
But buried 12 emails deep was a line in red. Send the scout names directly to L.A., Mark Combs. The high judge leaned forward. The gallery froze, because no one was supposed to see that word, not in this case, not connected to her, but now it was there. Taylor Swift, her tour, and a roster of scouted VIPs routed straight to Diddy's team. The prosecution requested immediate sealed review, but it was too late. The document had already been marked Exhibit 42A. The courtroom screen was still glowing. Flashback, 2023, Eras Tour launch. At first, no one noticed. The Eras Tour was the biggest thing on earth. Sold-out stadiums, viral TikToks, celebs in every city. But one tour assistant noticed something strange. In almost every major stop, a man with no crew badge would stand near the...
He cornered me. And then he asked me, with his arm up, he asked me, "How you doing?" I'm kind of like, wow, what the heck? Very uncomfortable. And then he rubbed his hand down my breast. He said, "If you need anything at all."
The backstage VIP check-in. Same hat, same glasses, never smiled, never clapped, but always watching. His name was never on the roster. He didn't appear in credential scans, but he always showed up in the security photos, like clockwork, just out of frame, and then he vanished until the Nashville incident. And just a reminder, every deleted tweet, fake statement, and PR cover-up takes hours to piece together. If you want to help this channel keep going, hit that join button and become a member. We'll keep exposing what they won't. Leak, internal email, tours. A newly hired social coordinator had mistakenly BCC'd the full routing list to an inactive management account, one still linked to a prior Swift LLC archive. The IE archive was subpoenaed 2 weeks later during an unrelated investigation into Diddy's past event sponsors, which is how the email resurfaced and why the phrase "scout names" was now federal property. In court, Day 3, testimony. The witness took the stand, name redacted, formerly VIP coordinator for the Eras Tour Southeast leg. She spoke calmly until she was asked about the scout list. I thought it was for fan experiences. I didn't know those names weren't making it to the meet and greets. The prosecutor paused. Where did those names go? They went west, she said. That's what they told me. Send them west. But I asked once.
Things that I experienced with him were monster-like. That stuff almost destroyed my life.
Just once. And I got a warning. The judge interrupted, asked if she remembered the wording. She nodded. The message said, "Stars don't look back. Neither should you." And then the room fell completely silent. A screen flashed with 3 redacted names under Scouted Nashville. One girl went viral for attending 2 shows, then deleted her socials. Another applied for a backup dancer slot and was denied for being too visible. The third name hasn't posted since July 2023. Courtroom, Day 4. Prosecution introduces Exhibit 42B. The courtroom lights dim slightly as a new piece of evidence is wheeled in. A red scuffed Pelican case. Inside, a solid-state drive labeled only Miami Night 6, Combs. The drive had been recovered not from an office, not from a computer, but from the locker of a former security consultant.
How many people came through his orbit? How many people could this have happened to? And how did he get away with it for so long?
Now cooperating with federal agents, the man, named Sealed, used to run private protection for Diddy during celebrity convergence weekends at luxury mansions across the U.S. One of those weekends, May 2023, Miami. Taylor Swift's tour had just passed through Florida, and the drive contained something even the FBI hadn't expected, a folder titled Scout Sync. Inside, video logs, video log playback, court audio transcript, clip 3. AIO, this is confirmation. Swift VIP polls are clean. Forwarded to Shell East. List contains initials TS, flagged. Don't touch her, she's heat right now. The room froze, not because Taylor was named as a participant, but because she was being discussed like a known variable, a neutral acid in a system she never knew existed. She's heat right now. Don't touch her. Let her work. That phrasing triggered a doctrine-level review in court, because if Taylor Swift was referred to as heat, it implied something darker, that they had tried before and been warned off. Witness 12. Former security contractor. The man testifying had spent 3 years in the background, working private gigs from Atlanta to Aida, until one compliance trip landed him in a house with no exits on the bottom floor. He told the court that celebrities were often marked for their influence yield, especially if they had tour-based infrastructures, huge moving teams, dense city stops, high fan turnover. It's a machine, he said, and Taylor's tour was the biggest one. When asked directly, was she involved? He shook his head. Number. But she made it easier for them, and I don't think she knew. Prosecutors displayed an architectural map of a house in Star Island, previously listed as a Combs family production retreat. In the guest records recovered from the security firm's logs, there was a name, half scribbled, that resembled someone from Taylor's inner circle. She never went in, but her team did. The jury gasped, and when pressed further, the witness said something that shocked even the judge. I think they were hoping she'd be the new cover. A video from a Taylor Swift tour stop posted by a fan in Tampa went viral again after it was referenced in court. In the video, a woman with a clipboard whispers something to a man in a gray hoodie. Then the girl filming gets tapped on the shoulder and asked to delete her video. She didn't. That's how it resurfaced, nearly a year later, as proof that Diddy's scouts were on site. Prosecutors closed the session by submitting one final image, still from security footage. A girl, around 19, walking past the Eras Tour Stadium loading zone. She waves at a tour truck, then disappears around the side entrance. Her name matches one from the original Scout Sync folder. She hasn't posted online since August 2023, and she wasn't a fan. She was working, interned, logged in. Swift's backstage check-in system, now gone. If part 1 was about an email and part 2 about a tape, part 3 was about a color, specifically red dot. Continues in same uninterrupted tone.